the day, 23,350. That's where we are. I say the rally and the economic recovery are, as just heard, the greatest story never told. Dan Holler is with us, Heritage Action for America Vice President. All right, Dan, am I right here saying that the economy is actually doing rather well under President Trump?
Yeah, you just went through the numbers, Stuart. I think most people sense and feel the economy is getting stronger, it's better, it's improving their lives. You're right, you don't see it every night on the nightly news. There's sort of this desire to focus on what's wrong and broken with America, as opposed to pointing out what a lot of people are feeling and seeing around their communities, which is sort of a revival of the economy. And some of this is anecdotal, but if you talk to people who own and operate businesses, they will say that there was a weight taken off of their shoulders after the election last year because they knew that things were going to get better. They knew regulations were going to be rolled back. They knew tax reform was coming. Someday we'll eventually repeal and replace Obamacare. Those are the types of signs to people who are investing money and creating jobs in America that America is open for business again, and that's something we should be celebrating and talking more about like you are.
Yes, sir. Now, look forward for me, please, because 1 week from today, we find out what's in the tax bill. I think we'll get some more details 1 week from today. Now, I hate to call you a Washington insider, but that's what you are. So can you tell us what's in the tax bill that we'll find out officially a week from today?
Yeah, the broad outlines we know. The key things to look for are to make sure that they're not phasing in this 20% corporate rate. There was some talk about that last week or so as a trial balloon. I think one of the worst things that we could do is have a tax reform plan that the good parts are phased in. And that's the only reason that would happen is because of inside Washington scorekeeping dynamics. And you may call me a Washington insider, Stuart, but I don't subscribe to those faulty logics. So I think we're going to get a sort of robust plan, and it's going to have that 20% rate for corporations, hopefully no more than 25 for the small businesses. Nice, simple, and much flatter for the American people. And it's going to be growth. It's going to increase wages.
And the outline that you've described, does that get 50 votes in the Senate? Because that's the key factor. That's the key vote here, isn't it? 50 votes in the Senate. Does it get them?
I think it does. If you talk to Republican senators, they're eager to get something done, which is good because they haven't done a whole lot. They're eager to get it done. They know the importance. They know they have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to actually reform our tax code and promote growth. And they have a president who's willing to sign it and go out there and champion it and push back against the craziness of the left in this country. So they sense that opportunity. I think they're committed to doing it. The details matter. It's going to take longer than it should. But I think sometime before Christmas, we're going to see 50 senators sign on and say, yes, we want this.
Real fast, Dan, the way I characterize the state of play in the Republican Party is it's President Trump versus the Republican establishment. Okay, if that's an accurate statement of the state of play, who's going to win?
You know, there are some cases where that's true. If you look at sort of what we've seen over the past couple of days, you've seen Senator Flake announce he's retiring and sort of have an all-out war with the president, along with Senator Bob Corker from Tennessee, who's also retiring. That is a very real tension within the Republican Party. But the Republican Party is broadly committed to having good judges on the courts, reforming the tax code in a pro-growth way. So there are some areas of consensus. Repealing Obamacare should be one of those areas. There are areas of consensus that the Republican Party can rally around and build trust with this president, with the Senate, and with the House to be able to get more things done. It's not easy. It's taking time. It's frustrating for everybody involved. But if they focus on those areas where there is agreement on policy and the president's good on it, and so are our congressional members, then we can actually get things done and not play into this narrative that it's an all-out war, that Republicans can't get anything done.
We live in hope, Dan Holler. That is the truth. Dan, thanks for joining us this morning. Much obliged to you.